Ah,
Welcome back, Crip Crew! Oh, shit! Aaron and I are back in the fucking virtual crypt tonight. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And this, I mean, honestly, this is completely impromptu. Like, we planned on getting on tonight for something else that we're about to do, but this is kind of impromptu. We had, I don't know, when did it come out? Like 2 days ago? Do you know? I think it came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, within the last.
Okay, well, everybody will be seeing this way later. Right now, it's May 17th for us.
Within the last week or so.
Yeah, I think it came out in the last like 2 or 3 days. There's a new Carnifex single that dropped. Might be a part of the next album that they're working on, but we're not sure 100% either way yet. But a new single dropped, and we're gonna react to it. We're gonna react to the single. This is gonna be fun.
3 days ago from today.
Okay.
So it was
the 14th.
So last Friday, Tuesday.
Yeah. And you know, they released what was the one at the beginning of the last year? About this time last year, right at the beginning of the curse of isolation or something. It's a really great track.
Yeah. Well, they did the Korn cover.
They did that too. That. Yep, they did that too. Yep.
Or after that, rather. But the other one was just called Cursed, and that was from.
Okay.
I think that was like a quarantine thing.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. And
that
was
song is That song is sick.
And that is all we've had since 2019's World War X. Which was an amazing album. We still listen to it to this day. It was on our Filthy 15 list of 2019. Incredible album. We are giant fans of Carnifex. As a matter of fact, Carnifex was the first show that I had a ticket for that got canceled because of the pandemic last year. I was supposed to see them on the World War X tour at the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan, like March of last year. And,
that's right.
And it got canceled. Yeah. I still, I do have a t-shirt from it though. IndieMerchStore.com. Shout out. So let's get into it. Without further ado, let's fucking check out this track. Let me screen share. Yeah. So what we do know about this track is that Seven Souls is a continuation in the reintroduction of Carnifex to the world. The first steps on a journey into the interior. Download and stream the track Seven Souls, which is what we are going to be reacting to right now. Let me make sure I'm sharing the audio with you, Aaron. How do you what? I thought it was right here. Share sound. There we go. All right. Looking good. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's fucking do this. Here we go. Carnifex, Seven Souls, brand new lyric video out now.
Fuck yeah.
I love that galloping. Oh, it just hits, dude.
Okay. Okay. Damn.
Don't be near me!
Woo.
God damn.
Dude.
Woo! I mean, we can expect nothing less at this point from them. Like, come on, like
Yeah.
everything they release is fucking insane.
They,
Especially lately, like
yeah, their sound ages like a fine wine, man.
Dude.
Is what, because like I've been listening to them since like I became familiar with them on Diseased and Poisoned when they were still on Victory, and then after that Hell Chose Me came out, and that was kind of the record that really got me into them. And ever since then, dude, like every record they've put out has just been just on point.
Dude.
And yeah, this is like it's cool to like, I don't know, they just got the riffs, man. Like
They just know how to write a crazy fucking crowd killing song. Like every time, like, oh
those,
man.
those little like opening riffs and stuff that would kind of carry the song, and then there's always they always just have these moments where it just breaks down. And it's just ugly during the, but then it picks back up to a chorus part, which kind of like, you know, keeps the song kind of memorable
And moving, yeah, and catchy,
yeah.
like just outstanding. I loved that. That was the first time I've heard it. That was fucking sick. I can't wait to get that in the car.
It seems like, I wonder if this one's going to be more of a concept record, or just some kind of like, because a lot of the lyrics in it seem to be
about something.
Yeah.
I agree.
I heard it, I think like a day or so after it came out, just musically, and then I hadn't heard it since now. So this is kind of the first time actually sitting down with the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah. Like I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing them do some kind of a concept record with that sound.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
I mean, I guess World War X was kind of loosely.
I mean, I think with a concept record, you have to have like a stream of a storyline.
Yeah.
And I don't really think X had that. It just kind of had it focused on a topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
a lot of I don't know, kind of. I was getting some heavy like possession type stuff, with it.
Okay.
It was about like somebody getting possessed.
Okay.
I don't know.
I could see that. Yeah.
7 souls, 7 eyes. Satan.
The two dead eyes. The two
Yeah.
dead eyes line is awesome. That's
Yeah.
a great line. God, that's another thing they know how to do is just write the sickest lyrics. Oh man, yeah, I love Carnifex. And the next time, I feel like I might die the next time I see them live because it's just gonna be so raw and intense. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I saw them first actually, yeah, now I think about it, the first time we went to Harpo's to see Devil's Driver was the first time I'd ever seen them live.
oh fuck, I forgot they were at that show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They opened that one.
yeah.
And ever
Wow.
since then I was like, because like and that was like a few album cycles ago too.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, that
So,
was a while. That was a while ago.
yeah, because
That was
that was
long
the trust.
before quarantine.
Yeah, that was the
That was
Trust No One tour.
Whoa. Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
So that was a few years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, like and it really ever since that show, it was like I guess like I don't know, for one reason or another, I just haven't had a chance to catch them or whatever. But like they're one of those that like every time I see live footage of them, it is like it is almost double the intensity that they do with their live records, with just you know how they write and stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's so
Oh
much
yeah.
heavier.
It's there's so many bands that are like that now that are just so like the album. It's so hard to capture their live intensity on an album. And I would put that right up there with we got Carnifex. I feel like Goat Whore in a lot of ways. A Suffocating Lie. I mean, we haven't gotten the chance to see them live yet, sadly, but the live footage I've seen, yeah. Fucking come on. I just had another one that I'm forgetting about. Damn it.
It's not at all related, but I've just been listening to them a lot, which is why I bring this up. But I remember we talked about Linkin Park in that same aspect.
100%. 100, because I did get to see them live. 10 times heavier and 10 times more intense live than on any studio recording I've ever heard. Yeah. Some of their live recordings get close. They do have some really good live sets that were like released and everything professionally or whatever. But yeah, studio did not capture what they did live even close, dude. Not even close. Like, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of bands. Well, but what I was kind of trying to focus on is a lot of like up and coming, not even necessarily because Carnifex has been around forever. Like a lot of bands kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like bands that are still like that are at the level where they're playing things, at least here in Michigan, like the Machine Shop or Harpo's, things like that are like really racking up that fucking live intensity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, that's kind of, I guess, what I was getting at with just as long as I've been listening to them, because they're one of those bands that I definitely equate with the sort of like the godfathers of deathcore, I suppose, if that's something I can say. I suppose like the big four. I always put them like Suicide Silence, Whitechapel, and it's always been a toss-up between Despised and All Shall Perish. But regardless, Carnifex has been one of those bands that I feel like I've heard about forever, and they've always been just consistent with putting stuff out, but always kind of changing it up slightly. And yeah, like I was saying, like their last 2 or 3 albums that they put out they've just been on a climb with just how, like, I don't know, it's just like because there are aspects of that song that remind me of like 6 Feet Closer to Hell, which was on Slow Decay, or not Slow Decay.
Yeah.
It's
Slow Death. Sorry. Yeah. No, I lost it too. Yeah.
So there were parts of that reminded me of that. There were parts that reminded me of Drown Me in Blood. That Love. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that they keep going on with that kind of style, because it always seems to work. Like they I feel like they've hit their stride with being able to just write these songs that just hit, man.
Yeah.
Like they're just ass beaters basically.
Yeah, yeah,
So
literally, yeah. I agree completely, and this is Seven Souls is no exception.
yeah.
It's outstanding, and
Well, and it's cool to see, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, you're
Like
fine.
it's cool that with the deathcore comment, because a lot of, I suppose, with uh you know all the bands that started out in the heavier, like, deathcore realm have kind of really, since those, like, since the, like, the MySpace era, and since, like, the, all that stuff is kind of over, like they've kind of expanded it, and like all of them have kind of gone in different ways. Carnifex is, in a lot of ways, I kind of view them, and this might be, I don't know, I might get shit for this, but whatever. It's kind of how I feel. Like I kind of view them in the same way as I do Slayer, because I feel like Slayer has always been the thrashy, the more like, the ones that always kind of stuck to their guns as far as their style. And I feel like Carnifex is only, like, built on the deathcore thing, but have expanded it to more of like a blackened sense. And they're really, yeah. So I feel like they're kind of one of the bands that's kind of carrying that flag.
So like a Slayer, like a Hatebreed, like a Cannibal.
Yeah. Whereas Whitechapel and obviously, like, the likes of Suicide Silence and stuff, like, they've either, like, done different variations of it, or they've completely drifted off and done something else. And to me, Carnifex is the kind of the one tried and true that's like, well, we're still, we're not going to write the same sort of songs that we were writing before, but it seems very like methodical, and it seems a little more thought out in terms of, like, let's try to do some more black metal stuff. Let's try to I guess with try to pull in some, like, behemoth aspects of it,
but also stay true to their sound.
Yeah.
Whereas you're at least stay true to what they originally intended. Whereas the other bands have gotten more experimental. You could say the same thing about thrash, death metal, all this stuff with any big four that you put in any of those categories. So there's always the one that stays true. There's always, like, the two that get the more experimental, and there's always the third one that's always a toss-up, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
So
I guess we could open it up and, like, let's have some comment stuff. Let's let us know your big four deathcore in the comments.
What do you see? And this is where it gets confusing for someone like me, who isn't as like I know all the subgenres, but, like, the bands that I like, I don't necessarily know where. So where does, like, Dahlia or Parkway fall?
Well, to me, I've always thought, and we could go on with this for fucking ever, but I guess, like, I don't know, to kind of keep it simple, I've always viewed Parkway as more of a metalcore band.
Okay.
Just at its
okay, I can see that. So metalcore, death. Okay. I see that. Okay.
Whereas Dahlia, to me, like, there's the classic, are they a deathcore band or are they a death metal band? To me, I've always associated with them as like a technical death metal band. I don't really, but they do have those moments of deathcore. They do have those moments where it's very, like, because they do play, as far as a lot of, like, breakdowns and stuff, but they also just have more elements of what I would consider as just straightforward death metal. So
I would agree with that. I would put them more in death metal than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could argue either, and especially with with Verminous and their last album.
Yeah, Nightbringers and Verminous, I would say.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think. Now, keep in mind, everybody, we're not sitting here saying this is what these bands are.
No, yeah.
It's just we use these terms as adjectives to describe a sound that these subgenres we've all agreed sort of sound like these bands. So you know what I mean? We can use them to describe sounds, but we're never. It's all fucking metal, people. That's all it is. Like,
yeah.
Whether you're Cannibal Corpse or whether you're fucking Poison, we don't care. It's fucking metal. Like, so and everything in between and outside. So it's that's what we love, and we're here to talk about it all.
Oh, and with a lot of those bands that have come up, like there wouldn't be the current state of heavy music without having these kind of evolutions and these kind of like subgenres and stuff. Because now everybody, even more so than they were before, now everybody's kind of borrowing from all different styles, and
it's so funny to me. Exactly, it's so funny to me that in the time where we have more subgenres than ever, a lot of bands that we talk to on this podcast, a lot of bands seem to be abandoning subgenres and grouping a whole bunch of them. So now we're gonna have to make up we're either gonna have to make up new subgenres for that, or we're just gonna have to say fuck it and call it all fucking metal. Like
eventually we'll just reach a point where it's just all metal.
Yeah.
Like it's just all I don't know.
It's getting to a headway, right? So yeah, absolutely.
It's like it's like a bagel. It's like an all over bagel or whatever you call it.
Everything bagel. Yeah, like everything bagel.
Everything metal.
It's like it's like an onion bagel. It's got layers.
Yeah.
Shrek. All right, on that Shrek joke, we should probably wrap this one up. Everybody check out Carnifex 7 Souls. Link to the video in the description below. You know what just occurred to me though is that if this were the first single off a new album, they would be billing it that way everywhere. So it might not be, now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, if we ever talked about that, but that is one of those that's
we did.
It may. I mean, it's safe to assume to me, but it's also hard to place that.
It's safe to assume they're working on a new. It's probably safe to assume we'll see a new Carnifex album before the end of the year. Yeah. I would say it's probably safe to assume that. Will this be a track on that album? Maybe not.
Yeah, well, that was more kind of what I was getting at, because there's been a lot of bands that have just put out singles and stuff that haven't necessarily made the album. So we'll see, but
maybe it'll be a bonus track or something.
Yeah, I still, man, like I don't know. I guess going back to it is for like if this were a single, let's say, it makes me curious, because I feel like they kind of did the same thing intentionally with the EP that they put out before World War X, like just before it.
Yes.
So I wonder if this is like a combination of that, and maybe this won't make the actual album, or maybe this is like the kind of like a palate cleanser, like a tease for like the sound that's going to be on the next one. Yeah. So I don't know. Either way, I'm really excited about it.
Very excited. Always excited from anything from Carnifex. These guys are fucking legends, and they put on. They come. When they come heavy, and they put on one of the best live performances, most energetic and wild of anybody out there. Relentless, reckless, forever. These motherfuckers bring the mad notes every time. The mad notes every time. So, everybody be sure to check out all things Carnifex. Links in the description below. That's going to be it for this episode of Dark Reactions. We will, of course, be back again, as always, very, very soon with much, much more. But until then, raise your fucking horns and bang your goddamn heads. We love you all to death. Good night.